Hey guys, it is Brado here, and welcome back to our FIFA 13 Career Mode series on Liverpool. This is episode 6, and we got 3 games for you guys today. Before we get into any of these games, though, we have a couple emails to look at first, and one of them being a training injury email. Probably the worst case scenario happens here, unfortunately. I was thinking, Luis Suarez is out for 4 months. They're not going to hit us too hard with another injury. But I was dead wrong. Steven Gerrard is now injured for 2 months with a torn groin. So we're now without both of these players for about 8 weeks, and Luis Suarez is about 12 weeks away. So at the beginning of the season, I thought it was a tough task for us to make the Champions League. Now we're at a point where our 2 best players are out of the lineup, and our offense, without any help, we can't really bring anybody in, is dead in the water until January. And that's when both of them are going to be back, so it's not going to be a problem then. But for the time being, we're just going to be scraping for points and scraping for opportunities to score goals. So starting up this episode, we have a game against Stoke City, a team that is lower on the table. And in this episode as well, the teams that we play are all lower on the table. So ideally, we want to pick up 9 points, but our situation has now changed a little bit where 9 points is, ideal and the best opportunity that we want to take, but it might not be realistic at the same time too. That we look at our scoring opportunities and our scoring chances, and I don't think they're as strong now with Steven Gerrard out. He is a center attacking midfielder, but he was feeding these players so much when he was playing. Joe Allen's done a good job in that role, but he's been more of a secondary help rather than the top guy up there. So hopefully he can step up to the role, but it's a tough ask of him, especially, with our team really looking for points and the pressure being on, trying to get into the Champions League. At the 3-minute mark, though, Fabio Borini shines a little light on this gloomy day for us with a nice long shot here that careens into the corner of the net. A really nice goal by him. He hasn't really had a great finishing thus far in the season, but that's a goal that, we wouldn't have expected from him, and he's a really nice one to start off this game. So at least a positive there, and we start off this game with a goal early on, so we have something to work with for the rest of the game. Here, though, we start trying to go the other way, still trying to get more chances, just slowly building up the play. Borini trying to take another shot here, and another long one that almost goes in the net, but Begovic there with a nice save, keeping this one at a 1-0 lead for Liverpool at this point. Now we move ahead here to another chance where Leva tries to take a shot off, trying to put a ball into the box there for his fellow players, but it isn't able to get anywhere near the box. It just deflects off the Stoke player. And we get an opportunity here that just goes over the net. Now at the 22nd minute mark, it's the first real chance for Stoke City as Jerome there takes a shot, but it goes wide of the net as we were trying to block that one, and we did a good job of just trying to keep him away from taking the shot right at Leno there. Now the 37th minute, another chance for Stoke City to take a shot off there, and another miss from them, not getting any shots on the net in the first half here. But they were getting some opportunities though, and here they get one more as the half finishes. And there's the first real chance for them as they're really working the ball around, getting plenty of opportunity to get a shot off. But Leno was able to close his legs there and keep that one out of the net. And there's actually their first shot of the half there. Finishing up the half, we still had the 1-0 lead, but at the same time too, a tough half. And after that first goal, Stoke City were getting more opportunities and coming into this game with a little bit more vigor and a little bit more energy, trying to get the goal back to tie this game up at this point. There you can see that the possession was still in our favor, so we were still doing a good job of the possession game, and we did have some good chances, but still, like I said, Stoke City were coming back with some chances here, and they were, looking to get a point, because at this point in the season, they are one of the teams at the bottom of the table. As you can see as well, Dean Whitehead comes off for Charlie Adam, so the one-time Liverpool player is now in Stoke City colours on the field. We try and move it around here at the 55th minute mark though, passing the ball around, keeping the possession in our favour. Leva comes in here, cuts in, takes a shot, but it's on the wrong foot, and likely might have gone over the net as well. But Begovic takes the handle on that ball and keeps it in his grasp instead of letting any dangerous play go against him. And at the 63rd minute here, we get another opportunity going our way as Allen feeds it over to Shaheen, who finds Borini with an open chance here to get the second goal of the game, but his finishing is poor and he isn't able to put that one away. Similar to what I was saying in the past, that nice goal to start this game was a little bit against the grain of what he's been able to produce early on in the season, as most of the chances have not been that spectacular to this point. There's a chance for Stoke City, they get an opportunity, but Leno's there to keep that one out of the net, and they get a chance here off the corner to make something else happen. Shelvey also comes on for Allen, another player that was a little bit tired at this point. We move ahead though to the 90th minute where Stoke City gets their last real chance in the game. The winger comes in here, gives them an opportunity to cross one into the box, but Auger there is able to clear it out. Michael Owen, though, gets a chance to volley that one in. Can't do the job, though, and that ends his Skirtle. Is able to clear it out. We get the win, guys. It was a tough game. It was a tough challenge, but we do get the 3 points. The boys show that they can handle it without Steven Gerrard and Luis Suarez in the lineup. It's going to be a tough ask, especially with them both out, but we're able to get the 3 points here and try and keep the ball rolling in the next couple games, as we've got an episode with plenty of juicy opportunities to get as much points as possible. There's the match facts. As you can see, the game was quite close, which was a little bit of a negative. We wanted to have more of the possession, more of the play in our favor. But again, it was one of those things that was a tough game. We got the early goal, and a lot of the plays started going in Stoke's favor. As the game continued, we started, sitting back a little bit more and a little bit more, trying to keep the 1-0 lead at that point. Here you can see the injury list and what type of recovery time we're looking at for both players. We've already talked about it a little bit, but that's the official recovery time for both guys. They're both in the recovery process. They're not training even as of yet, so quite a ways off for both of them at this point. Here we move on to our game against Wigan Athletic, though. A team that, we have not faced as of yet, and they have that quite interesting formation that they like to go with the wingbacks and whatnot. So we're going to have an interesting challenge in them, and we're playing at Anfield once again on a rainy night. So we're going to see if we can able to pull this one out against this team that can sometimes be a very clutch side against the bigger side. So we're going to take them on in this one with a lineup that, has our best players that we can possibly bring to the table. We are starting Borini once again after his great start. Allen, Shaheen, and Leva in the middle, and Asadi and Sterling on the side. So a great starting lineup there, and Auger is getting another start again. He's really been on fire for us. So pretty much the best that we can bring to the table in this game is we're looking again to get as many points from these games as possible, because they are the most important ones for us. We want to, win the games that we're supposed to win, and then we can kind of accept the fact that if we do lose or draw off a bigger side, that we are picking up the points otherwise, because those are the really important points, but sometimes if you drop them, then you can take solace in the fact that you're picking up points in other situations. So here we move on to our first corner chance of the game at the 2-minute marker. So Asadi feeds one into the box, but it's cleared out by Wigan Athletic. Now moving on to the 13-minute mark here, Skirtle kind of jumps on the play, and he gives the opportunity for Boselli to kind of come in and see if he can clear or cross the ball into the box. There, our goalkeeper, though, comes out, stretches the arm out, and gets the save to clear it out from danger. Now ahead to the 17-minute mark here. Borini finds Asadi coming in, and he's got a bunch of open space, but he has a bad touch there on the ball, and it goes right to our other Liverpool player there. He has an open opportunity to score a great goal there, but again, it's a missed opportunity. I thought it was in on the play. I actually dropped my controller, had my hands up. I was like, yes! And then I realized, wait, that didn't even go in the net, and I was quite disappointed at that point, and realizing that I was looking like an idiot at the same time. There's another chance for us, is really controlling the play early on in this game. At the 45th minute mark here, the game ends, so we had lots of the play in our favor in the first half, and most of the possession as well was actually in Wigan's favor, but most of the shots were going our way at this point. Now starting the second half up here, we get our first real chance of the game at the 55th minute marker. So Asadi's able to get the ball here past the Wigan defender, and he's got lots of space on the wing, has opportunities in the middle, takes the shot, and it falls right to Leva there, who's not able to take the shot off as it's quite quick right at him. And there was a real good opportunity to get a goal there, and again another missed opportunity, and that's kind of coming the song of this game, is we got plenty of chances, but nothing was really going our way. Here at the 67-minute mark, they get a chance, kind of the ball bouncing around off of plenty of heads. And here's another one that gets cleared over the net. We bring on 3 players at this point, as we weren't able to get any changes up until that. We didn't want to keep the flow of play going, because we're really looking to get a goal at this point. But when the play finally went out, we were able to switch up our team and get some young, fresh players on there to hopefully bolster the lineup at this late moment. So here's the 90th minute here, our last opportunity of the game. Shelby here passes it over to Sadi. He takes a shot, but it's just wide of the net. And unfortunately, this game winds out to be a draw. So we do not get the 3 points. We only get a point from this game, which is still alright. But like I said, the goal of this episode was to get 9 points from the series, and we've only gotten 4 thus far. So the next game is all that more important, hopefully, to get those 3 points from Reading, the next team that we're going to face. And there you can see the shots were completely in our favor. The possession was about even, but we just weren't able to capitalize on the plenty of opportunities that we did have in this game. So after this game, I actually made a decision regarding playing games, and I decided that for future episodes, I'm going to try this out and see how the scoring is, but for future games, I'm going to be playing 6 minutes, which is usually the normal time that you play games for. I went down to 5 minutes because I thought 6 minutes might be a little bit long and there might be, too much goal scoring going on, but obviously that's the default setting for most games being played on, and they probably should have kept it on that one, but I moved it down to 5, and after that I decided to move it up to 6 because I felt in the Wigan game that I got plenty of opportunities, plenty of chances to score goals, but I wasn't able to put anything away. And as the clock was going quite quickly, I started getting a little bit antsy and I wasn't doing my build-up plays as well. I was starting to just really push up the field trying to get my counterattack going. And this is something I felt over a couple of games too. It hadn't just been the Wigan game. So I kind of gave it some thought and I decided, okay, I'm going to try it for the Reading game, see how I like it, and then at, the next episode I'll probably do it as well, which I'm going to do at this point. And just kind of see how the flow of play is different, because I think for myself at least, when I play the game with 6 minutes, and I kind of got that experience from this game, is the clock just moves that just a little bit slower, where, if you're down a goal or if you're up a goal or whatever, it is a little bit more stressful, or it's a little bit more, less time consuming, where you're like, I could actually take the time here to really build a nice build-up play here and possibly get an opportunity where I could have potentially just instead really pushed the play up, because I'm like, oh, I only have 10 minutes left, which is really like 1 minute or like 45 seconds, whereas, with the 6 minutes, it's like 1 minute and 20 seconds or something. So overall, it feels just a little bit better because you have that more time to make plays, make opportunities happen for your team, and aren't feeling as rushed with the clock, kind of ticking down on you. It's less ominous. You can see it moves a little bit slower. And for me, at least, that's kind of, a double effect where it actually is moving slower, but I'm not thinking about the clock moving as quickly as much. So, like I said, this is a test, but at the same time, too, we'll see if it works out. Here, though, at the 10-minute mark, Leiva takes a nice shot here and gets a goal for us. So it's the early goal of the game. A great goal by Lucas Leiva. A nice one by him there. And that was off really nice kind of just possession plays. We moved the ball around. Had, opportunities to shoot, but we just kept trying to find that nice spot. And Augers all the way up right there, making the pass to him. You can see it just slowly floats into the top corner there. I always love those goals, sometimes you get those ones that are just absolute howlers. They go flying into the net and you're like, wow, that was absolutely amazing. But then other times too, you have those goals that just kind of seem like they, float in the air for, minutes. Even though it's a really quick play, you still see them and it just kind of curls into the corner at a very slow pace. And it's really cool to see those because for a fact that it's great seeing the physics of the ball kind of come into action, especially interesting plays such as that. So now we move ahead to a corner for Reading at the 37-minute mark here. Robson Canute's taking the corner and puts it into the box as Ledgerwood's on the header there to try and make an opportunity for Reading, but they're not able to get one to go there and tie the game up at that point. And here's Delafoe with a chance for us. A nice chance for him, but he just puts it wide. A guy I've really been enjoying playing thus far, but his finishing isn't there as of yet. He's still a young player and he's still developing, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes in the future for us with him. And here's a nice opportunity for us at the 45th minute mark. Asadi, instead of taking the shot, passes it over to Joe Allen, who's unmarked in the box, puts the header in, and that's a 2-0 lead for us going into the second half here. So nice start to the game for us. We get 2 goals in the first half, which is something that we haven't actually been able to accomplish yet, minus the game against West Ham in the League Cup. So a good feeling because we get the first couple goals there, and a really nice chance for Delafoe as well to get a goal for us. So 3 shots that were 3 really nice chances, and 2 actually went in the net. So good start for us in this game. And here we move ahead in the second half quite quickly to the 70th minute mark already. No real opportunities early on in the second half as both sides were just kind of, feeling it out, getting opportunities, but most of the opportunities were blocked or stopped at one point or another. And here's another chance coming at the 77th minute for us as John Joe Shelby comes from the side there, passes it up to Asadi, was able to work his way off the defender from Reading and gets a goal for himself there. After passing the one off to Allen, he gets his own goal at this point and gives us a 3-0 lead. So a very comfortable lead at this point, and we bring off Yesil to bring on Borini. This was just a simple change, so both players would be at full energy for next game if we want to select either of them, as they're playing in the League Cup matchup in the round of 16 against Tottenham Hotspur. So an interesting one. They'll be there for next episode. We'll finish this one up, though, with a couple more chances from Reading as the game closes down. There's one that goes off the post there, and Jason Roberts gets a chance at the 89th minute here. But another save by Leno as he's keeping this one tidy and getting another clean sheet in this game. 3 clean sheets in this episode, which is quite fantastic for him, even though we do drop the points against Wigan. And we win this game, guys. That's a 3-0 win for us. A great win overall. We're really happy with this one. Lucas Leiva getting the Man of the Match award. That's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Just so you know, regarding Andy Carroll as well, we're going to keep him at West Ham. You guys voted, and it was almost double votes for Andy Carroll staying at West Ham. Next episode, we'll start off with a game against Tottenham Hotspur in the League Cup, so stay tuned for that one. But in the meantime, though, I'll leave you with the league standings and the announcers from FIFA 13 telling you where everything is. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Cheers.
1, Manchester City 2, West Ham United 3, Southampton 2. So what do those results mean to the league table? At the top of the table remain Manchester United with 23 points. In second, Chelsea with 22 points. In third, Everton with 20 points. In fourth, Arsenal with 20 points. In fifth, Manchester City with 18 points. In sixth, Liverpool with 18 points. In seventh, Tottenham Hotspur with 16 points. In eighth, Queen's Park Rangers with 14 points. Bottom of the table, Southampton with 1 point. And then reading up the table, second bottom, Reading with 1 point. Third bottom, Norwich City with 2 points. Fourth bottom, West Bromwich Albion with 3 points. Fifth bottom, Stoke City with 4 points.